Since childhood, you have always been taught that you should always be good in school, so you get a good job later. They tell you to always listen to the teacher and be quiet. Young, playful and adventurous kids get put in the education system and get all their drive and masculinity sucked out by all these feminine teachers who have mental health problems and scream at the children, leaving them traumatized. The education system is feminized, which means that it's not designed in a way that supports masculinity. This is the reason why most men are feminine nowadays. Many of them are fatherless, which means that they are only raised by their mothers, who can only teach them in a feminine manner. Then they get put into a feminized education system where they are further being stripped away from their masculinity, and then finally they are being commanded by a fat and ugly boss. This isn't even everything. There's also porn, which castrates a man's ambition, and then there's social media, which also makes things worse. We are living in a corrupt world, man. School teaches you how to be a worker, a slave. Everything you learn in school is not designed to make you successful, since otherwise anyone would be. You are being taught to being bossed around by fat and depressed teachers and to follow their commands. Please tell me, how on earth would I benefit from learning to analyze a poem? Or why should I know what a random French guy did in the bakery in 1856? Why don't I learn how to invest my money properly? Or how to meditate? Or how to build an aesthetic physique? It's all designed this way on purpose. The government wants to keep you down. Anyone who tries to rise up has to go against most of society. One thing I can guarantee you is that if you are on your way to becoming an entrepreneur, then you will face a lot of resistance. A lot. Your family, many of your friends, people at school, elderly people, they will all recommend you to study nearly a decade to finally get a good job, which in a year doesn't even make a tenth of what successful guys are making in a month. Don't listen to them. They have been brainwashed by society to think that it's the right way. They think it's too risky to become an entrepreneur. They are also convinced that money doesn't make you happy, and all rich people are depressed and bad. But if money doesn't make you happy, why doesn't a rich person just give away all his money? Because money does make you more happy indeed. Money buys you freedom, and freedom makes you happy. You can do anything, everywhere, anytime. You cannot really be controlled anymore, because the rich are the ones in power. Being born rich and becoming rich through hard work are two completely separate things. Most people assume that they are the same, but a born rich person is mostly unthankful and unhappy since he's got everything from the start without working for it, while a rich person who built himself up has experienced poverty and therefore appreciates his wealth. Too many people nowadays have false beliefs about the rich. That's why you have to be careful about whose advice you take. School has made you see failure as a bad thing, which should be avoided. But this is a big mistake. You should embrace failure. You grow from failure. Without failure, one cannot learn. Nearly everyone would rather choose the safe route and go for a 9 to 5. But this isn't safe either. No option is safe. Because of the low income, you would constantly be one accident away from bankruptcy. Your retirement isn't safe either, because of inflation and all this shit. I often hear the excuse, but there have to be people doing the 9 to 5 jobs, or else we wouldn't have buildings and such. Yeah, that's true and all, but you as an individual don't have to. The percentage of people going the entrepreneur route is so small, there will always be enough people doing these jobs. The entrepreneur route is always the best way to go for you, no matter what others say. Competition, especially in these times where most men are weak and timid, is very low. Just go outside and look at the people that are walking around. You will understand what I mean. It has never been easier to rise up to the top 1% of men since the comfort of modern life has taken over many guys. If you are still going to school, but you are also aiming for the entrepreneur route, then trust me when I say go for it. It's the only way out of this whole dilemma. Learn from your mistakes, gather wisdom, read books, work on yourself, and work relentlessly on your business. This will make you rise to the top 1%. That's it. Always improve. It only gets better from here.